Morning people, welcome back to another flax fishing adventures. How to catch whiting off the beach. First of all, let's run through a few things on how to do it. Right, so the first thing you need to do is go catch some fresh worms. I'll show you how to do that quickly. I'm terrible at it, but we'll give it a go. And then after that, we're going to select a location to fish. I'll show you the beach I'm working with today. Just got it here. I'm pretty much going to work these gutters. From here all the way along, close to the shore, all the way down as far as I want to walk that way. I'm just going to target where the waves are standing up closest to the shore, where they're standing up more vertical and creating a lot of sand getting dragged back off the banks, and they're the spots that are going to hold fish. Stick with me, this might take me a little while. Once I get a few, we'll go catch a few whiting, hopefully, fingers crossed. A couple other crew down here. All right, to catch worms we need a few things. We need a bait bag to put some old dirty bait in. The smellier the better, the oilier the better. Pilchers work really well. I've got a couple of slimies and some yakkers here. A couple of big slimies, just going to chuck them straight in. Just pulling whatever I could find out of my bait freezer pretty much. I've got some bits of squid, there's something there, and there's a bit of squid in there, a bit of squid there. I'm going to chuck that in as well. I'll just leave it in the bag for now because it's frozen solid, it won't come out of there, it'll be alright. And here got a yakker. I'm just going to keep that out and just use that separately, try and draw the fish up. And just tie a little knot in that. That's our bait ready to go. We're just going to try and catch some worms. Like I said, I'm not particularly good at worm catching. I actually use just normal little needle nose pliers, and I'll fire the corner off so they're nice and round and don't cut the worm. Let's see how we go. Got to go try and find some to start with. All we're going to do is wave the old bait just in the wash. Like so, right at the top of the wash. Let the wave action drag that scent back down the beach and hope a few worms pop up. Probably missed the tide here at the moment. I would have liked to have been a little bit lower tide. If I can't catch any worms, this is just a waste of time. But there's our first worm popping up right there. Try and encourage him up with a bit of bait. Yeah, missed that one. We'll try for some other. Got our first one. Try and get a few more. Get fishing. I'll just give you a quick rundown on how to get the worms off. Always start from the tail. Just stops them breaking into big chunks, breaking up on you. Little tiny piece. Only got a tiny little hook, just a little bait runner hook. I do like my circle hooks for this, but I actually ran out the other day. So I'm just putting the bait on the hook now. Don't want too much bait on that hook, just a little tiny bit like that. I'm running that to like a 5-cent size sinker. I've only got a little tiny leader now. I've just shortened that up. That was about 350 mil originally. Running a real light rod with a real soft tip, just so the fish don't feel the rod straight away. And I'm just going to cast straight out on the back of these little waves here. I'm not going to cast far. I'm running a really light drag here today too. Light leaders, light lines, little hooks. Fingers crossed we can pull a fish out of here pretty quickly. I'll come back to you when we get one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on the videos, and hit the notification bell. Keep up to date with new videos coming along. Got Mitchy Marlin over here dominating the worms. See if Mitchy can catch one for us. Oh, come on, Mitch, pressure's on. We're waiting. Oh, here we go. Been out there a little while now, my worm. Just going to slowly start winding it in. Hope that something actually sees it when it's coming back up onto the sandbank. Little tiny salmon. Don't really want to keep him. We'll send him back. Battery's flat again. Another bit of worm on the hook. Only a really little tiny bit of worm. Remember the fish we're trying to catch here are only little fish. Only small mouths. Real soft, delicate mouths as well. You don't want a big stiff rod. Big heavy leaders. Big thick hooks. Just want something nice and light and finesse. And you can just slowly work the fish up onto the bank. They're only little fish, really light drags, light leaders, small hooks. We're just getting a couple of little bites now. Oh. I think we might have been baited. That's alright, I know where the fish are now, but so I'll go bait up again and throw straight out, just right in that spot. Alright, chuck our bait back out here, back in the gutter, behind the shoreys. Had a bite. We got our first fish on. Actually, it just hit just as I turned the GoPro off. So you might have a little bit at the end, and then obviously I just turned it back on. Oh, have I still got it? I think he's still on there. He's still on there. Only a little tacker. Get him up on the beach here. Fingers crossed it's a nice whiting. Feels like it's going to be a little tiny flathead, I reckon. There he is there. Dark shape, dark colour. Probably say he's a flatty, little flatty. Oh no, he's a decent whiting. Little whiting. Target species. There we go. First legal fish for the morning. Third bait. third bait. He'd be easy legal. We'll measure him just to check. My missus's little measuring tape. Oh, he's going to be... Right, he's about 32 centimetres. There he is there, fish number 1. Chuck him in the chili bin. Hopefully we get a couple more. Now we've found the school of fish. Pretty much just go straight back to that same spot, cast in the same location. Not much point in moving around too much. Same thing, I'll just do the slow retrieve in till I wind back into the school of them. Looks like Munga's up the beach, he's got another one. Oh, baited. Johnny's picked up the rod. You still got him? Ah, see, touch another man's rod and lose his fish. Yeah, it's only real light, hey? Yeah. Real soft, real light drag. I think he's gone. Alright, I'm going to set up the other rod. Just going to throw the big rod out. Just got a little Penanoska set up, a couple of little droppers, one little bait holder hook and a little circle hook, 20-pound leader, 9'6" rod, so I should be able to cast this a lot further. I got that little beam sinker there, hopefully it won't roll around too much when it's out the back. Send that way out and put it in the rod holder. On the slack up tight. Just check the drag's really loose on that. I'm just tightening him just a little bit. Remember, you're only trying to catch little fish, so nothing too tight. Just leave that and see what happens. We'll check this one again. Alright guys, we've got another fish on. I was actually trying to defog the GoPro when my rod got grabbed. Just trying to get a bit of footage of this second fish. I've actually got a flat battery at the moment, so it's our second whiting, another legal fish. Saw the little fella, that one. Get the hook out. And we didn't see too much of it, but I just caught the second whiting, had a flat battery. Just got him here in the esky. There's the second one, similar size to the first one. Get back out there and see if we can get a few more. Just gonna chuck a couple of little bits of squid on this heavier setup. I just pulled it in and checked it and I've been baited. It's just sitting out there. I'm not actually holding the rod, so I'll put something a bit tougher on there in the hope that it stays on there for a little bit longer and I get a hook up on it. Oh, we're on again on this other one. We're still on this one. It's just hooked itself in the rod holder. Hopefully this will be another little whiting. Feels like another decent sort of a fish. I was just rigging the other rod up with some squid. Fingers crossed this is another solid little whiting. Another legal fish to add to the kitty. Not far away now, he's just there in the wash. Just carrying on a little bit. Probably have to ride him up on a wave with this real light gear. Yeah, another little whiting. Oh, this one might be a bit small. We might let this guy go. We'll have a bit of a measure. Oh no, can be another legal fish. 32, 33. Alright, little rod's back out there. Go cast this bigger rod with the squid on it out. Alright, we picked up another little one. Don't think it's going to be any well beaters, but it's another little fish of some kind. Might be a little tiny salmon or a Tommy rough. It might be a little tiny whiting. Might be a little flathead. Something small. What do we got? Oh, he's just popped off right there. Either way, he's only tiny. Not going to matter. Still just using little tiny bits of worm. What I like to do is just feed them through one end of the hook all the way through, one end of the bait, and then put the point actually inside the worm for a little bit, if I can get it in to penetrate. So it actually runs inside the worm for a little bit and then back out just before the end. And that should just sit on there nicely like so. Plenty of point exposure. Well, like always, there seems to be more fish in the next gutter along. So I'm going to go down there and harass me mates and go hang out with them for a little bit. Give it a go in old Munger's hole, and hopefully I can pull a few of these fish out. Get a couple of them. Yeah, maybe only a real little one. Alright, got another one. Down in Munger's hole. I was talking to the camera. Down in Munger's secret hole. The grass is always greener in the other hole. You know what it's like, Shieldsy. Gonna be cursing when he sees the size of this one. Oh, little flathead. Let's wash him up with this wave. Oh, look out, Shieldsy. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You got any flies here? Pop him off. Still got, oh, ow, bugger, he got me. There he goes there. This next wave will get him. I'll give him a little fucking helping hand. There he goes. Look at that clunker. Tippy. Yep. Oh, just dropped him. Well, it's taken a while. We've finally picked up another fish. This is our fourth fish. This is the biggest one of the lot. I don't know what this is, but it's going and going and going. Just going to tighten the drag just fractionally. Got super light leader on. He's taking a lot of line. It is a fish because I can feel the actual kicks to it. So whether it's a big bream or a salmon, oh no, hopefully it's just swimming back towards us a bit, I think, in the waves. Whether it's a big bream or a salmon, I don't know. Feels like a pretty decent sort of a flathead maybe. I really wish I had the heavier rod on this fish. It's a problem. I think I'm only fishing 4-pound leader. So it's just going to be slow and steady. I might just turn the camera off until I get him in a bit closer. Could take a while. But then if I actually get to see it and it's a big dewy or something, I would like the camera to film it as well. Alright, I'll turn this camera off and I'll flick him back on when I've got coming in now, swimming back in, so I'll leave the camera filming, see what happens here. I might just back that drag off a little bit again, just right up in the waves here in the wash. Yeah, I think it's a little bit better flathead. It was just right up here in front of me then for a second. I'll work on getting him up. Oh, it's a tailor. Or it's a little jewfish. I think it might be a tailor. I don't know how I still got him on. Oh, I've just found a really big pippy under my foot too. Oh, where'd that go? So I've just lost it. It was under my foot. No, it's a bream. It's a little chunk of bream. Try and get him up on this wave. Cracking little bream. My hook's a fair way down there, so I might actually keep him. Snap that hook off, so I'll just let him go. Not a big fan of eating bream, so send him on his way. Got plenty of hooks there. There he goes. Alright, so it's gone pretty quiet back up there where we were fishing, and I was just looking around at the sandbanks and the gutters, and I noticed that the bank a little bit further south, the water had changed direction on it and was running back up towards me, and it looked like there was a bit of water coming out of there. So I've just come up here, and first cast within 30 seconds I reckon I've caught another one. We're going pretty quiet down there in the other spot. I caught that big bream. But other than that, I hadn't really had any luck. I'm back onto target species. He's probably a little bit small, that guy, so we'll let him go. He's a little bit undersized, that one. Oh no. It's alright, my reel didn't hit the sand. That's the most important thing. There he is there. Trying to hold him still so you can get a good look at him. We'll send him on his way. Just putting a bit of a line in the sand so I know exactly where I was standing. Alright, we're on again. A little bit further down the beach, back in the same spot. Bait was only out there for another 30 or 40 seconds. Just doing the slow wind back in. Seems to be picking them up pretty quick. Hopefully this one's a bit better fish. The last one was, oops, sorry. The last one was a little bit small. So fingers crossed for a bit better one this time. I'm pretty much down to my last two baits. There's this bait that's in this fish's mouth, and I got probably one left. There we go. It's another legal whiting at least. Not a massive fish, but legal. We'll chuck him in, add him to the collection. He'd be about 30. Alright guys, we've got our last fish on our last bait. And we got another fish on our last bait. I'm probably going to call it quits after this. Haven't got any worms left. Got a couple of nippers, tippies that I've picked up. That's a better size one as well. Nice one to finish on. That'll make 5 in total. Hey guys, thanks for watching.